is.
I'm Mongo.
I'm Emily, and today we have Jeff and Rachel.
Hello,
Hey,
hello.
Wouldn't be a prediction show without Smokey and Rachel. So welcome back, like always. Cruise family reunited, and then in less than 80 days, we'll be reunited again on the high
yes.
seas for six on the
Sits on the
beach.
beach.
Yes, I'm super excited. I cannot wait.
I feel like I need to start packing today.
Hmm.
You say that
So
all the
bad.
time.
Last year I forgot everything.
Start a list.
I wouldn't say you forgot everything. I would say like 95% of things. But you know what? We always still make it the best, and that's what it's great because every time when Jeff does this cruise smoke, or when we run down the cards, it's cool to see who's getting the cruise rub. Like we always say, we were talking a little off air about Harley Cameron, and we saw her come out and get that cruise magic and get that great push, and now I feel like people are finally seeing her potential. From QTV, those funny TMZ segments, to her being a random cat going against Thunder Rosa, and just I'm hoping she's involved in this show some way because I absolutely love Harley Cameron, and it's a shame she's not on this card at all.
I think we'll see a backstage segment at the very least.
Something.
Mhm.
I want to see her at Wrestle Dynasty. I want to see her in Japan. I think she can handle it. She can be that enhancement role to help someone else. To be funny, to be talented, and she's still good in the ring. So either way, I don't
I
know. I'm
like
looking forward
Harley.
to a really good card, and I know. So, what do you guys think, Jeff and Rachel? What you guys? You looking forward to Full Gear? I know we're kind of spoiled with getting 9 pay-per-views a year now.
Yeah, something like that. Plus, you get kind of the specials, so to speak, too, that seem to happen, somewhat frequently depending on time of year and what's going on. But no, I'm excited. Definitely excited. Looks like we've got a pretty good card.
Yeah, I like the card.
A few things that were tough to decide and try to do my predictions on. So
It was. I mean, I even had to dig into the Reynolds wrap in the pantry for this one too, for some of them, because I don't know how I'm going to make sense of some of these matches. And Emily said she's going with a heart today, but I don't know. I still got to go with the old gray matter for me. I don't know. It's hard because every time I think I can go with my heart, they pull me the other way.
Yeah.
I think I have maybe one or two heart choices, but all the rest are just trying to pick the winner. And yes, my tinfoil hat's out on a couple of these as well.
Yeah, I love to hear it. I love to hear it. Spread
So,
it. Join
oh
the
yeah.
movement. So I guess we definitely get right into it. We can get into the Q show, probably the most controversial one. We have AJ, aka the Costco guys, with Big Justice, the Rizzler as special timekeeper, versus QT Marshall. And what I think is cool about this is Big Boom AJ, when he was leaving wrestling, put over QT Marshall and kind of helped propel QT Marshall's career into the business. And then they go viral because of their Costco guys, and just I think it's fun. I know people crap on it, but this seems like it's gonna be fun.
As we're calling it, Boom versus Doom.
I like it.
That's good. I like that. Is it me go first?
That's usually how we roll.
Okay, so my for that one is QT Marshall. I think that because he hasn't really won much, so
Yeah.
and I think that he needs to kind of break out. I think that that's going to happen with a lot of them, but anyways, my pick was QT. I think he'll do it.
Like for me, yeah. So for me, this is one of those. I'm not really super invested in it, but I think it could be fun for it's going to get some more eyes on the product and more exposure for AEW to a different audience and those type of things. So demographic, all that. So I'm all for that. And like you said, with that storyline, QT is going to be a good sport and do what's best for business. And I'm going with Boom.
All right, I like it. And before you go, quick shout out to Yana. Congratulations on graduating. That's awesome.
That's
Hey.
He stays up till early hours in the morning to watch these pay-per-views, so thanks for joining along with us.
Hell
So we
yeah.
have
Congratulations.
Congrats.
We have a Doom, and for Jeff, we have a Boom. So, are you gonna go with the Costco guys and the chicken bake, or are you gonna go with QT Marshall and the apple?
All right. So my thought on this completely is like, do you remember the Jackass Sami Zayn match? That's kind of where I want to see this go. I want to see them have fun, incorporate different things. If there's not a double chocolate cookie being thrown around, I'm gonna be disappointed. Like if the Rizzler doesn't get involved a little more, I will be sad.
Yeah.
If Justice doesn't get involved, like there's just little things. And you saw a video earlier.
Yeah, Big Justice speared. So Big Justice is his son, and he speared one of the opponents. So we'll have to. I'm curious if they. So you think it's gonna be the old Jeff Jarrett booked style match? Which I wonder if Jeff
That'd be
Jarrett's
good.
producing this. 'Cause he's known for those kind of schmas. And didn't he fight Beetlejuice
Very
in
possible.
WCW? The guy from Howard Stern. Didn't he hit him with a guitar? Am I remembering that correctly?
Something along the lines. If Jeff Jarrett was involved, he hit him with a guitar.
So I'm going
Signature.
to AJ as well because I just think that it is. This is good for YouTube. This is a YouTube content creator being promoted on YouTube for AEW. If it doesn't bring their own fans over to AEW, I'm shocked.
And it's on the pre-show, so it's a good way to get the eyes
It's on YouTube.
Mhm.
You're not telling someone to buy $50 or watch 4 hours of a buffering service to watch Tyson look like a shell of himself.
Do you want to see his bum again?
No, I'm good. That's when it unfroze me.
I saw that. I saw that.
I was like, of all places to unfreeze, a nearly 60-year-old man's butt in a jock strap.
A text message I woke up to was, really? Now it unfreezes?
They did that on purpose. They knew everybody was waiting, so they're like, you know what? We're going to moon everybody on Netflix. I think sorry, Rachel, you got to be a lone wolf on this. I think it's got to be schmaz. I think Rizzler's going to kick QT in the nuts. I think it's just going to be a lot of fun and just crazy entertaining just to have fun spots. And I think it's going to be the guy who likes the double chunk chocolate cookie. I can't really do it, so I think it's a big Boom, AJ. I think he wins. Like you said, just eyes on the product, and it's not a serious match. Like you said, I'm not expecting some storyline drama. It's just get the crowd kind of lively, and it's a hometown crowd for Big Boom. It's a hometown crowd for QT. So both people are going to get cheers. So
Yep.
True.
it'd be good to wake the crowd up.
Mhm.
All right. And then next up was just announced, and this is because Deonna Purrazzo and Taya Valkyrie are now in the Vendetta, and they extended an offer to Anna Jay. Well, Anna Jay refused it, so now Deonna Purrazzo in her hometown wants to make an example of Anna Jay. So, Rachel, do you have Anna Jay getting a win, or do you have Deonna and the Vendetta beating Anna Jay?
This was a hard one for me because I think Deonna is the better one, but I think that Anna Jay is going to end up winning it. I think she's going to come out on top because I think that they're trying to really get her over and push her and everything. So my vote was for Anna Jay.
I like it.
Do we have the same one?
Almost. I thought about it. I thought about going with you,
Oh.
but keep tradition, and I'm going with Deonna and the Vendetta. just because I want to see them. Anna's been getting a push, and I enjoy it, and she's doing well. But they didn't sign Deanna to not do anything, so to speak. You know what I mean? I need to see more of her on, AEW TV because I think most of her stuff's all been on Ring of Honor type things. So, I just like to see her get on little TV again. So, going with Deanna and Vendetta,
I like it.
but I don't disagree with you, Rachel.
Emily's torn in this one, I bet.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
this could really go both ways because Anna Jay needs to prove herself as far as like coming back from stardom. But then you have Deanna in her hometown, which the only reason I really feel like Deanna does go over here is because it is her hometown and it's like the big match kind of feel for her.
Yeah,
Even
like
though
a
it's
homecoming,
pre-show.
which I feel like you say for everyone in Jersey because I feel like Jersey, everything's right down the street.
True.
It's like that Sally
I've been there.
Slices guy. Yeah, it's right down the street. After you do 3 U-turns around the medians.
Make sure you watch for your smoke detector in any Ramada.
No. Lack of smoke detector. Ours was a tissue.
Oh,
I said, I'm guessing if that thing catches fire, we just need to leave.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Rachel, I'm actually with you on this one. I said Anna Jay
Ooh.
because I think Taya Valkyrie is going to get involved, but I think Anna Jay has a friend that everyone's forgetting about. Ty Conti is coming back. Ty Mello, Ty Guevara.
Ooh.
I don't know what we're calling her now, but I think
KJ?
she comes back. And this is kind of a little tease to set up the tag team division because we have the Vendetta versus TJ.
Mhm.
We have some other tag teams already slowly starting to establish, so maybe this is a little tease to get the women's tag team division up and running.
Well, I kind
I
of like
like that.
that.
Yeah.
I was
Always
saying
down
earlier,
for it.
it's almost like having another YouTuber with Ty.
Yeah. Ty wins and maybe post match. Tay returns. Anna Sahid with me that Tay returns. Anna Jay during the Vendetta. I haven't thought of
Throw
that.
some foil on there.
That one. See, we have 4 of 1 in the crowd. Now the next one I know Jeff's excited about. Every time I say this name, I always get in a
Yeah.
special way. We have
Oh,
MJF versus the Messiah of the Backbreaker,
yeah.
Roderick Strong.
So
Backbreaker.
Thank
I
you.
cannot do him. I don't even care that he shaved off his mustache, but now we got those stupid ass glasses. Like you don't need them. You don't need them.
I love this.
So of course my go-to is MJF. And a lot of the reason why is because I think it's going to end up back again Adam Cole and MJF. So I think that's where we're coming to again because that did really good, and now Adam Cole's back and he's supposed to be doing better. So I have MJF for that one because Roddy's boo.
She just hates Roddy.
Same. It's just
Wow.
his face.
I
He's
know,
very
but I just
punchable.
I
I'm
don't I
telling
don't
you.
disagree with that part, but for me it's just because of the Ring of Honor and everything else. I can't not. So all
He needs to
right,
be on our
so
cruise.
that would be badass. Hey, you shush.
Jeff,
I'll be
Jeff
okay.
and I will hang out with him. You guys just don't like him.
Oh, that's all. Yeah, you guys. Yep, I will definitely. All right, so 2 guys who are different spots in the careers and spots with the company. MJF's still young, young in his career, even though he's been a champion, is still building and on the rise. Roddy's kind of the more aging vet type guy, still looking to get, a little higher and try to get a shot while he can still, keep this high work rate and stuff like that. So I know Roddy's going to come out hard hitting and brutal, from all MJF's shit talking about his family and his circumstances and different stuff. But in this one, I'm going with my heart, picking Roderick Strong, the Messiah of the Backbreaker, for the dub. So, because I think it can help Roddy more than MJF, because MJF's got all the time. I mean, he's the future in reality, as far as being one of the heels and stuff like that. So I'd like to see Roddy get a chance to elevate a little bit, maybe get a shot at something. So
What do you think? Do you think the Messiah of the Backbreaker as well? Or do you think I'm better than you and you know it?
He is better than him,
Ooh.
and he does know it.
I figured,
Yes.
I figured I was a lone wolf.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Mongo might be with you, but I just,
Ooh.
again, he is so punchable. I just want to see him get his ass beat so bad. I want to see MJF not really throw him around. It's going to be a great match. It's just that
She just wants
I don't know
MJF
what
to
it
win.
is. I just don't like him.
I know, me
It's
neither.
like he's the Serena Deeb. I'm sorry. He's my
I
Serena
got you.
Deeb.
It's hilarious.
I think that
So you're like Britt Baker on Dynamite. No one cares.
exactly. I think that when Roddy came back, it was really fun. I liked all of his shenanigans going on behind the scenes. But when it comes to his in-ring work, I just don't appreciate him, and I don't know why. But I
You
did
think he
see
Well,
needs
hey,
some
that's
more?
all right.
I did see his that they put up a big Ring of Honor video of him from his Ring of Honor days. They did like a whole promo package like they did for Brian. He does not look the same at all.
I mean,
Like
A little
he's
different.
aged a lot since Ring of Honor. So Jeff, you're going off your Ring of Honor days. Like
A little, yeah. I mean, he's a little different, yeah.
It's gonna be like
He's
a
still
Tyson
good.
fight.
This
He's
is
still
some
great
serious.
shape, though.
I don't know if I like this besmirching of Roderick Strong going
He's
on.
still great shape. I mean, he
Well, so
still
was
it should
Mike
have
goes.
been in this
Tyson.
match. It should have been a three-way.
No,
Adam
Roddy
should
still
have been
goes
in that
hard.
Should have, however.
Well, yeah. I mean, Adam Cole's gonna factor somewhere. I mean,
So this
I
is
agree.
where
let's
It
be
should have been a
honest.
three-way.
Bebe's somewhere in this equation, I'm sure.
a little bit of craziness is starting into my head here.
a little.
I want to go. I want to be on Jeff's side here because the Messiah of the Backbreaker, he's amazing. He's great. Love Roderick Strong. I'm sad he shaved his mustache, but I'm going MJF only because I think Roderick Strong just gets the absolute dog piss beat out of him in this match. I just think he gets destroyed because I think it's going to be him being the sacrificial lamb to kind of light the fuse for Adam to still go after MJF. So I think storyline wise, it's just he's going to come down and
Yep.
that's what's going to set them up at World End because he's going to realize like I let my friend go and fight my battles for me and he got hurt because we kind of saw Kyle O'Reilly teasing him like he's always one step ahead of you. You're not ready. He's vicious. You don't have that mean streak in you. And we're getting that little undisputed kingdom, undisputed era. We're getting that Kyle O'Reilly's like don't do this. So they're showing that tension. His ankle, everything. There's subtleties to it. So as much as I want Roddy to win, MJF wins because MJF Adam Cole is the match, and that's what they're setting up to.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Like I said, mine was a heart pick. So I told you I had a couple.
MJF
Yep. Agree.
MJF wins by cheating. I don't think MJF's won clean in a while. I can't remember the last time he's won clean.
Roddy's an easy target. He can do this clean.
Well, I want to talk about an argument match.
But you think it's going to be a squash. I think it's going to be a
No,
worker.
I didn't say it was. I think he's just gonna beat the dog piss out of him. I think it's gonna start that. He's just gonna.
Yeah, like the match
As
starts
JR
out
would say, he's
hard.
gonna take him to the woodshed. But
Yes.
this next one, I think, I can't imagine that there's going to be a consensus on this. I think we're going to be very split on this one. We have Switchblade Jay White versus Cowboy Shit Hangman Adam Page. Both men really need this victory. Both men are on a different path, and both men are kind of descending into their own version of madness. So, good luck, Rachel, picking first because this is a difficult one.
It is a tough one.
It is. I will give you that. It was a really, really tough one. I had originally chose Hangman, but I think that maybe Jay White's going to come out on top on this one.
Ooh.
Because Hangman, he'll be around, like he's always up there. So, but Jay White really hasn't done anything by himself. So I think they're going to let him step out in the limelight on this one. So, and it'd be a big win for him against Hangman. So
We just beat him.
that's me.
You're good. We got the pay-per-view behind us. You beat him. Because
Right now?
well, from the old one, yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
The one he was saying, the one you guys were watching earlier.
yeah,
oh yeah. Okay.
that's
The entire Hangman.
Wrestle Dynasty. Yes.
Now I got it.
It's been a long work week. It's been the longest work week because we all know the holidays are coming.
Oh,
So for my notes, it's funny because I got Jay beats Hangman clean at Wrestle Dream, which
You guys
surprised
finished?
all of us. So that was crazy. We all didn't see that finish coming. Of course, this is going to be another hard-hitting physical match. But this time, I see Hangman getting the win because I don't see Jay getting the sweep. Like I said, we had that surprise the last time they wrestled because we all kind of were in consensus that it was going to be pretty strong towards Hangman. But also, I'm curious to see if we get some more Bang Bang Gang because I need to see some guns. I need to
Guns
have some
up.
guns up. I need some. Yeah, I miss them. I need I need them back. So, but no, I'm going with Hangman, Adam Page this time. So keeping our
Just
split.
just when I thought you guys matched.
Nope, can't do it.
I think Emily's told me two different answers this week, so I know she's torn in this one.
It's
Yeah,
tough.
I decided to go Hangman because he's on a tear right now. I feel like he's gotten this badassery. He's there's just something about Hangman right now. I don't know. He's crazy as fuck. He needs the Bucks to
No, keep
bring
him
him
away
back
from the
to
Bucks.
Earth.
Keep him away
He
from the
needs
Bucks. No, no,
bring him
no.
back. He needs
We can go without the
Jesus.
Hung Bucks for a little bit. Well, so far it's Jeff and Jeff and Emily matching. I'm going with Rachel, and I think Jay White takes this, and I think he sweeps. I think
Ooh.
he keeps that mystique of "you can't beat me, Hangman. You can't beat me."
That was good.
I think the Guns come back to get some payback on Hangman because the last time we did see him is when he was taking out Austin. So
Mhm.
I could see Juice coming out. I mean, Yana thinks poor Juicy's going to turn. Please don't turn. I don't want Juice to turn.
Nope.
But yeah, I think Switchblade wins. I think it's the Bullet Club because that way it kind of protects Hangman a little bit. Like he kind of has to fight everyone off. Because I think Hangman still kind of needs to go into that madness a little bit more and really lean into that character.
He burned Swerve's house down.
But he needs the feud. Him not being able to beat Jay White is going to send him down another path. Like what the hell? Because he realizes he has to be even darker.
So what's darker? Him burning
Oh.
down?
Maybe when they go to Australia, he burns Jay White's house down. When they go to Australia, he flies to New Zealand or something.
I don't think they
Sure.
need fires. Just saying.
Very true. I'm not wishing fire upon that country. I mean, okay, maybe he yells at his mother at the local grocery store. I don't know.
Don't get mom involved. See ya.
Right? So that was, like I thought, 50-50 split. It's because that's such a hard one because I think either way, it really could. It's going to be entertaining. It really could go either way, but
It's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be bloody.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely be violent.
Me too.
Yeah,
You know what?
think a
I do want to
I
see
think a couple
Hangman
matches
cut
will
up
be.
the noose.
Like old school Ring of Honor
Old
Hangman.
school Hangman needs to
That's
come
what
back.
When he was in
That's
Bullet Club.
That's what this feud
When he was in
runs
Bullet
into. When
Club,
they fought
yeah.
in Japan, it was just gritty Hangman versus, like you said, Jay White. But Jay White needs to get the Jay White of old back because last year at Full Gear, everyone kind of said that world title match wasn't his thing because of the booking. So I think you really need to get him on track. You can't.
They
Again, it's
replaced
hard.
him with cardboard for a moment. We got to give him some credit here.
Yeah, that's true.
He was a little flat for a while. You're welcome.
I agree.
So, this next one, I feel like it's such the double-edged
Oh.
sword. Any one of these teams could win, and I'd be happy. Extremely happy. But this one's hard because you have to kind of go against your heart with this one. We have Private Party versus the Outrunners, that son of a bitch, Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd, the Kings of the Black Throne, and then the Acclaimed. I just don't know who to pick because I know who my head wants and I know who my heart wants.
I think Private Party's going to keep it. I don't think they've had it long enough. So I think they're going to keep it for a little bit. I think it's going to be really close, and I think it's going to come down to them and Outrunners. So that's my prediction.
Ooh, from the finale. Huh, I like that too.
I mean, as soon as
Yeah.
I saw the Outrunners advance, I'm like, there's a happy man in St. Louis right now.
Yes, sir.
The original Outrunners fan.
Yeah. So, of course, I'll go with Private Party first, but really happy and proud for them because they're fellow cruisers and ragers. So super happy that they're getting their chance. Well deserved and earned, getting their cruise rub finally after being on a couple and having some different stuff. So that being said, it's obviously going to be a tough match with it being a four-way. The Kings of the Black Thrones, they're on fire. They're destroying everything right now. So they're really hot, but so they're going to be real tough to beat. I don't really see the Acclaimed winning, but I do see maybe some seeds of dissent getting sowed between them during this match, possibly because of some things that happen. And then, of course, the fucking Outrunners. They're so fucking over and hot. I'm happy, of course, they're in a fucking pay-per-view getting their shot, dude. That is so awesome. I mean, Cruise Rub, working wonders again. I mean, it's awesome. So I'm so happy for them. Good luck. Um, like you said, I remember when they were announced for the cruise, and I was, super happy because I was part of a very small group. I feel like that actually knew who they were and seen them work before. So my heart, of course, says Outrunners, but my mind says and still. So Rachel and I finally agree on one.
Oh,
Whoop, whoop.
wow. Wow. Only 5 matches in, we got an agreement.
It takes a little bit.
I agree with everything. I think Private Party hasn't had it long enough. I think House of Black are favorites going into this. Kings of the Black Throne. Outrunners, obviously favorites as well, but I think that each piece of this tells a different story. Private Party needs to retain to continue their story. The Kings of the Black Throne need to continue saying, we're here to kick ass.
Like dominate.
Yeah, they're here to dominate. They're going to do some damage. Outrunners are here for the fun. They're here to liven things up, bring it in, and then the Acclaimed. We've had this breakup tease going on for a while now. And I think that it's just going to continue. And I feel like it's going to spiral. By the end of the year, it's done. But I think it's going to be a very slow dissension. Maybe Max comes out later.
Ooh, I see where you're going there.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going for a clean sweep because my brain says Private Party. My heart says those sons of bitches, the most vascular men on the planet.
Youngest, most vascular.
I would love it. I know it's not going to because I know they need that FTR storyline. That's it's there for the taking. That FTR jealousy, like what the hell? You guys rode our back to success. FTR going heel. I think they need to go over the FTR hurdle before they get those belts because then it's going to feel so much better. And that's one thing AEW does is they dangle the carrot in front of you. Like, you want them to have the titles, right? You're going to have to watch them a little bit longer to watch them progress into it. So I agree with everyone's take here. Private Party hasn't had it long enough, but the Outrunners are definitely next in line. And the Acclaimed, I think this match really plants the C2. I agree. I think Bowens does something that Caster doesn't like, or Caster does something Bowens doesn't like, maybe, and then they just fight, and that's what costs them the match. I think, it's going to be something simple, and then you're going to see the Outrunners coming so close. There's going to be some false finishes, and that'll.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Dax and Cash saying, "You guys almost had it, but let's see." They're going to. I want training montages. I want 80s Rocky training montages with the FTR and Outrunners. That's money right there. Book that right now because that would be the most entertaining thing on TV. If you just have those random montages, like them at the gym doing like box jumps and like squats and deadlifts. That's how you do it. You build that bromance and then you break them up.
Yeah, I mean.
Sure.
And then we forgot to do the celebration, so I think before we go to the next match, this will be a good one before we get to Mercedes and Statlander. So we also announced, very curiously, Mina finally celebrating with Mariah. So she's celebrating her title win from August. That, she's defended against Anna Jay a couple times. She's kind of put on the line, but she said she hasn't really felt like she's embraced herself as champion now that her best friend Mina is back. So what do you think this segment's for, or what do you have predictions for this segment, Rachel?
Well, I think, isn't Mariah May going up against Harley?
She hasn't gone up against it. She's just doing like a celebration, so it might be like a backstage segment or in the ring.
Oh, so she's going to shake her boobies again. Well,
Mina probably will, yes. That's fair. That's fair. It's a champagne celebration or something, right?
Yeah.
Then that's okay. Yeah. So.
Club Venus.
Yeah. So I mean, here I'll go. I mean. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a segment, but I wonder where it's leading. So is this something maybe for Toni Storm to have a little interruption video or, a little montage thing or something? Because I know she just had wasn't there some weird little post thing circulating around where she put some little, I can't win here, can't win there, can't win here, I should retire, this and that or something?
Yeah,
I thought I saw something.
Since I can't win in Mexico or London and I'm retiring and
yeah, so
tits in and no longer watch for the
chest in, yeah, all that, yeah. So Yeah, so I think that I guess this would be the lead in for Tony to make some type of interruption. I don't think it necessarily is live though. I'll say maybe a video package
I
interruption.
like it. I like it. All right, Em, what are your thoughts on the champagne and caviar wishes?
I think this is fantastic. It's about time. I think that this leads into Mariah spiraling. Um, because this is like she's been waiting for the celebration, you know? So now that she's finally got the celebration, what's next? And I think the next thing will be Mina turning and because
Oh,
Mariah's been a bitch. I love her,
Yeah.
but
Right.
she's not been the same since coming to AEW. She's turned her back on a lot of her friends and people, and I think that Mina has a very long history with her. So I think that Mina's going to be the one that really shows, well, what have you been doing? I don't understand.
so you think instead how Tony got the shoe, you think Mina's gonna hit her with a champagne glass and turn kind of?
Again, yes, again. Do you remember what happened to me last time, Mina? And then she does it to Mina? Can you imagine? There's so much that goes into this. And Timeless is done. I think that's what retired was Timeless, Tony Storm. But I know you have some stuff on that, so I won't take all the thunder.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with all you guys more. I think this is a segment to get interrupted. I didn't really think of the Mina turning just yet, but that is definitely a good seed to plant.
Yeah.
Mina turning. I just thought that the retirement was worded in a way. I think yes, the Timeless character. I don't think she's gonna bring back that Tony Storm she first debuted. I think we're gonna get the '70s, '80s version of Tony. Like I think she's progressed in her movie, so to speak. So I think we get another version of Tony coming back to challenge Mariah.
Maybe instead of Wendy, we can get Cyndi Lauper.
That is
I
very
want Wendy
true.
Richter. I still want Wendy Richter.
I want her so bad. She's still in good health, guys. I say it every time.
Can you imagine if it's Wendy Richter that interrupts the celebration for Tony?
Wow. That'd be crazy.
All right, give me the tinfoil hat. I'm
Yeah,
in.
yeah, we see Hayter's got her. Julia's got her sights sets on Hayter. We have, Britt is going with Serena Deeb. So really, Mariah's gonna have that triangle. They got to run that love triangle back because that was an integral part last summer. And Tony Khan did just say that he hopes to have Marina around in the U.S. a little bit longer this time. And when they roll into Wrestle Dynasty, which is the collaboration of Stardom, CMLL, New Japan, you're going to want to have these mixed storylines between both companies. Tony Storm's been wrestling in CMLL. She wrestled in Stardom with Mina. Maybe she said Mariah. Maybe the Mina turning thing is because Tony is using her as revenge. Like, you stupid girl. Like, Mina was on my side or something like that. Like, there's so much that can go with this. I agree. I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be a great way. And I agree with Jeff. I think it's going to be a video package to just pop everyone.
What if it's Tony in the video, like a Julia Hart style big vignette?
Right. That's kind of what I mean. Something like that.
Yeah, but we see like the things that Mina's done to Mariah by accident. But
Almost
Tony
like Tony directing the film.
Yeah,
Oh, I gotcha. I'm a
like
blooper reel type. Yeah, I gotcha.
What you did need me do. Look what you
I gotcha.
You do. My Swiftie.
So, the next one we have is a match that I know Emily's looking forward to the most.
Ooh.
But we have the CEO, Mercedes Moné, taking on Chris Statlander for the TBS title, who 1 year ago got Full Gear, lost the TBS title to Julia Hart, but was never involved in the outcome.
Correct.
Well, I don't like Monet to begin with because she's just too much for me. The little dancing thing. So it would be great for Chris Statlander to come back and to win it and actually be able to have the title and do something with it because she didn't get that chance last year. But I don't know if they're going to let Mercedes lose yet. Like I mean, she came out and she won like the first time and had the belt, everything. So I don't know if Mercedes would even let that happen. Like if she'd be like, no, like I have to win.
Who did you say earlier when you mentioned something about the match was going to end up being the one to take it from her?
Britt Baker.
That's
I
the
said Britt
first. That was
Baker.
the first person she said.
Yep. Because she's
Okay.
she's going to come back too. But
So if you think Britt Baker's going to win, then you think Mercedes is going to win
I think that,
because then it's Mercedes and Britt Baker, right?
yeah.
So she's.
But I really want Chris Statlander to win.
So are you heart or are you mind?
Well, I think stupid ass Monet's going to win.
Oh, look at that, man! Did that alter your choice?
Yeah. It kind of sucks because Chris Statlander deserves it.
That sucks because, man, we would have agreed if you would have kept with your first person, but
Oh
I guess not.
no! And the trend is back.
So obviously Monet's going to have her hands full in this match. Chris has been kind of a beast on the mission lately. Kind of a little bit reminds me of that Hangman return when he just was kind of running around kicking everybody's ass and doing this and that, and chasing them down everywhere and just relentless, and she's already kind of caused a rift between Monet and Camille with the car incident and all this and that. And I think this match is going to really start exposing that pretty heavy due to the rift. And because I think Camille's going to end up screwing her over somehow, whatever, again. I'm going to say, and new champ, Chris Statlander, gets her belt back and she gets to have the run she was supposed to.
I like it. I like it.
So
I hope that happens.
I went with that. My heart type, it was a heart and mind, I guess.
Now, Emily, I know what you're gonna say, but are you gonna say what I think you're gonna say?
Statlander.
Yep.
I need
That's what I
Statlander.
figured. That's
Because when you think about this, she just got done with the Willow feud. She just got out of her relationship with Stokely. What is next? She's obviously not going back to best friends. She's obviously not, like that's a different path now. So what is her next path? It's championship.
and
She
she's
needs this
jacked.
to go next. And I think that this is going to be a really rough match, and I don't see a lot of people interfering because Camille's going to be like, fuck you. And that's what's going to cause her to lose the title. I feel like, when you go to, like, tag somebody in or you go to get their support
Right.
and they jump off the apron? Exactly.
Give you the flair. Nope.
So I think Camille's going to just nope her, and I think
She's
she's
one arm,
going to
so probably
lose.
Right.
flipper, like nope.
Yeah, nope. Nemo.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, I feel like the next match maybe we see a street fight or a no DQ.
You just want
for
Chris
the
Statlander to
rematch.
take some more of those bumps.
No, what I want is the Renegades to be able to come out with it not being a total loss. I want to see the Renegades finally come through. I want to see more of this happen, but I also want it to be a different style matchup because I feel like we've already said every match gets interfered with tonight.
But I mean, that's sometimes how you protect the stars. And
Yeah.
I do see this one and new Statlander. I'm going my heart on this one too, because Monet's got the New Japan Strong title and she's going to New Japan next month to defend that for New Japan Strong. Then she's going to Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty most likely. I just see her that she already has a title she carries. They built the TBS title up to be just as prestigious as the world title. So that's something that I think Chris really needs to get the title now when it means just as much as it should be Jade for it. Because it's that same kind of measuring stick.
Well, I brought up to her.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to get the seeds more. I don't think Camille's going to fully turn, but I think there's going to be a lot, like you said, seeds like, nope, not my problem. But yeah, I think we're definitely, if you're a big fan of Styx, I think we're going to get some Renegades come out and play because they're going to find her. I think they're going to come out and try it. I think Camille's going to be frustrated. She's like, so I'm not good enough for you anymore. You threw me to the wolves this whole time. You're putting me out there to get hurt. I'm one-armed. You put me in the ring between two people. Like, that's going to boil over, but just, I don't think that boils over.
I went through a wall for you.
Right?
Right.
I was going to say Megan Bayne could join.
There you go.
That is a good one. I feel like Megan Bayne for me is my new Motor City Machine Guns. I predict her to show up every pay-per-view and she doesn't, so I'm just...
That's your Abaddon.
No, that's your Abaddon.
Mm.
I picked Megan Bayne and Motor City Machine Guns. I think I predicted for a straight year. So I have a hard time picking. I feel like at this point, if they wanted her, they would have had her. So I don't know, unless there's something else we don't know. But I definitely think 1A Corporation's getting a little bit more members, but I think Statlander wins because eventually, when she goes back to the best friends, she needs to have a title.
There is no best friends.
Yet, 2025 is a thing for reunions. I'm just saying.
I think Trump says otherwise.
We don't know how Trent's status is yet.
That's the one I was wondering about.
Another match, though. We have the debuting Bobby Lashley's first pay-per-view match against Swerve. Both men have wanted to hurt each other, to put that plan out there. Both men really need to win because it's Lashley's pay-per-view debut, and Swerve could really use that. But again, is this another match with shenanigans?
Man, this is a tough one too.
This one's going to be a good one. I think this one's going to last a while. I think they're both going to be out of breath. Like it's going to be a good hard match. Yes, yep, I do. I think it's going to be because I mean Swerve's amazing, but it is Bobby Lashley's first time, and they're trying to like bring him up with the other guys, the other two that are there with him all the time. So I'm sure those two will be out there for sure. And then you got Prince Nana. So something's going to happen something's going to happen down on the floor, with them three. So I would love for Swerve to win. I would love for Swerve to win. My vote is Swerve, but I really think Bobby Lashley's going to come out on top.
So then your vote's Bobby Lashley.
No, it's really Swerve, but
So are you hearting or minding?
I'm hearting. I'm going to Swerve.
Okay.
Because he's good. I like Swerve.
Okay. So I don't see this match being the end of this feud between the Hurt Syndicate and Swerve, or if he's getting mogul, embassy or whatever might be coming up. Maybe. With that in mind, I'm going to pick Swerve to win. So we're agreeing.
That's
But
two.
with Bobby beating him up pretty good throughout the match and controlling most of it and looking really strong and good. But then something's going to happen. I don't know, distraction. I'm not going to necessarily say interference, but maybe distraction or something. Swerve's going to get the win, but it's not necessarily going to be because he's getting to do finishers or anything else. More of a roll up. It's like great, something maybe along those type of lines where it's a quick sneak win type thing.
Like
So
I almost had you, like the Paul Walker to Vin Diesel. Like I got you quick.
exactly, you know what I mean. So I feel like it's going to be some type of distraction type quick move that shouldn't been Bobby Lashley, but does. So that's where I'm going because then that continues this feud and adds another member. And then my tinfoil thing, and I don't even know where this plays in,
Here we go.
but I'm throwing some tinfoil out there because I would love to see him. Would be Scorpio Sky
Oh,
as a member
I like that one.
of the fucking Hurt Syndicate. I did too. I just went up there, but I'm just throwing that one out there. I would love to see it. So I just thought it'd be cool.
I like that. All right, I know this is a heartbrain one for you too.
I'm swerving.
Oh,
I think that Lashley's physique is what's gonna cause him. I think that it's gonna be some weird
like Swerve suits.
swerve stomp. I think that that's what's gonna like really pull it together is his fast quickness. I think his agility is really gonna Darby Allin boost this. We saw Darby versus Cody at Full Gear, and Darby rolled him up in a weird like
quick pin.
yeah, and I really think that this could be a way that Swerve is able to win. However, I said something earlier about Max Caster.
Is this where you want him to come?
I think that we're gonna see. Do you remember when Jericho introduced the Inner Circle?
That was like week by week.
Oh,
I think that we're going
okay.
to see, like at the end of this match, by the end of it, we're gonna have the full Syndicate faction. I think that all of them are going to come together, despite Swerve. Maybe it's a beatdown and they all come out. But Shane Taylor Promotions versus the Hurt Syndicate in the future, I think that would be a really cool next pay-per-view. Build this up to singles matches pay-per-view. But the Hurt Syndicate and Shane Taylor Promotions, we don't know what matchups could happen because we don't know who's in the syndicate yet. Let's get that established.
Well, it's funny you say we don't know who's in there because I have two tinfoils after, but I'm going Bobby Lashley, so I'm going to
Hey.
We're
Wow.
gonna be 4 for 4. I so thought we were gonna miss
I know I've called interference like every match, and I feel like that's just
Yeah.
like, how do you get this finish to the finish line mentality? But this one, I see Lashley winning clean because I don't think it hurts Swerve having Lashley beat you. But I do think we get a fourth member reveal, and I think it is kind of like the Aces and Eights storyline too, where you kind of got to reveal week after week. I think we get my left field, Keith Lee.
Oh.
Ooh.
MVP scouted Keith Lee, and that maybe he's Twitter, and that he's doing it because then he could have that manager, he could have that mouthpiece, and then you have the two dominant men in Bobby Lashley and Keith Lee. You have Shelton Benjamin and Leo Rush eventually joining, and Ricochet, and then you just have this crazy faction of personalities. But I think Keith Lee is the fourth, or Leo Rush. So Keith Lee or Leo Rush, I think, are the fourth man.
I wrote Leo. I think Leo breaks away from Top Flight for sure. I think that
because Action wants out.
He needs to put himself somewhere where he's in a better position. And he's not new. Top Flight, they're newer. I think Leo can hang with the Hurt Syndicate. Can he hurt though?
I mean, think about it. Lashley. He already has connection.
It makes sense.
He does. He was, yes.
But yeah, no, I think I'm gonna go Keith Lee. I'm gonna put my heart on that one. Keith Lee is because I think that's a good way to kind of pay back that Swerve in Our Glory, flip the roles where Swerve's not the heel. Now Keith Lee's like, you didn't remember me. I was out dying. You didn't even reach out to me. There's so much story you can play into this, and to get Keith Lee back on the scene in such a, no pun intended, big way. I think that's the perfect storyline to bring him back in a huge way.
I do like Keith Lee.
I missed him. I think that's why I just miss him so much. I just want to see him back on my television because he's entertaining and he's so good at what he does.
Well, you gotta appreciate the big guy getting around and doing some cool shit.
I was gonna say, as a larger American myself, I was always big of like the Vaders, the Bam Bams. Like when you can see these guys move, you're like, those my people.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
The fluffy ones like me.
Yep, exactly.
All right, next one I know Rachel's gonna love because I feel like I know where she's going on this one. But we have Scapegoat Jack Perry versus Dancing Red Death Daniel Garcia.
She wants him to dance so bad.
Oh God, I wish he would. Every time he comes out, I'm like, do the dance. But he never does it.
He's trying to be serious. I told you.
I am so very proud of him. He has come such a long way. Like it. Again, he's one of the cruise guys that got. I mean, he is going up against Jack Perry. Like, oh my God, my vote is totally for him. I really think that he comes out on top. Like, I think that it's not going to bother Jack. Like it's Jack Perry, like he's still going to be the scapegoat. He's still going to be with the Bucks and the other guy that's with him. Who's that guy? Shintashi? Okada. Thank you, the Rainmaker. I don't ever remember their names. But anyways, I really think Daniel Garcia is going to come up because he's really been working hard and he deserves it. Just wish he'd do the dance just one more time.
Well, you're saying he wins, so maybe when he wins, he can do the dance.
Wouldn't that be great?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I'd like to see it once too. I think it's been really good in trying to build this storyline here over the last couple weeks. DG looked like a psycho and kind of a maniac, willing to do anything this past, Dynamite with that little montage sequence that they did where he was tied up and all that stuff. Jack Perry's had a good run and a good reinvention of himself since coming back from Japan and all that. But, Bucks lost their belts. Right now Okada's the only one that's got, he's got one. They both got one. But I'm going to go, since they lost and all that, I think they're going to take a little bit of a slight backseat on television and kind of in the title pictures. So I think maybe this is a good chance for Jack to change his character a little bit, not necessarily away from it, but evolve the scapegoat character because, and new, Going with Danny, baby. But I got a crazy tinfoil.
Oh,
So, all the talk Danny was doing to Jack while he was tied up and everything. Well, I just had this crazy little thought. What about a Death Riders angle with Death Riders offering Daniel Garcia? Did you hear what he was saying? He was saying the same type of shit that Moxley was saying about AEW, except he was saying it about Jack and the Bucks. He was saying it about a different aspect of AEW. Moxley and them are saying it as a whole. You saw they didn't fuck with the Bucks and shit unless they wanted them. They always left and they didn't touch them.
And he
Well,
told Jack Perry he's a good kid.
you know what I mean? So I'm gonna say maybe, yeah, tinfoil. I'm gonna say he maybe finds a home with the Death Riders. I know it's kind of well, whatever, but yeah, DG with the dub and then Death Riders because he'll bleed with them and shit like that. So
I think Daddy Mac's gonna come up.
Death Rizzlers. There was a bunch of Rizzlers in the picture.
oh shit. But yeah, so there's my tinfoil.
I like that tinfoil though. Emily's sad over here because
I know she is, but I watched Dynamite. Well, I showed her that clip and I said, watch this. And when I did, that's when I was like, holy shit. I didn't even tell her because I don't want her to change her answers because I want her to do her own. But I wrote it down and I'm like, that's a great fucking tinfoil. Mongo and Emily well, I knew Emily would hate it, but I figured you'd appreciate it. So
I appreciate it. It's just like when you say that, I think about
I ripped
back
it out a
when
little.
Danny's a wrestler.
He's
I think
a
about
wrestler.
how hard Brian fought for him to be in the BCC, but that's what keeps me away from Death Riders. I think eventually when Brian comes back, him and Garcia are together because Danny's a wrestler.
So you're going for Danny then, I'm assuming?
Yeah, of course, my boy, Danny Garcia.
So, and then...
I actually have a theory on
What
Jack
is your
Perry.
Which
He's
theory?
got to go
Ooh.
fix his bus. He's got to work on some things. I feel like instead of the bus, he's going to take a plane ride and a private jet to New Japan Pro Wrestling. And he's got these big matches that could come up for him in New
'Cause he's
Japan
been
right
there,
now. I think I could definitely see him going back and not that he needs to rebuild or anything, but I think that he had a good thing going there.
He's already challenged him for Wrestle Kingdom, so there's challenges out there. So I think you're definitely right. I don't think he stays over there, but he said just have a little stint like with Anna Jay with Stardom.
Yeah, like Anna Jay just went and came back. I think
Mhm.
that Monet is headed there. So what they need to do is they need to disperse some of their top names, and Perry is a great person to put out there because his
Mhm.
name is already being ran through the fucking mud again.
Yeah.
So it makes it so it would make sense for him to go make a name again. Go put that out there again.
I also just say Pepsi is a soft drink. But I will say just for Rachel, my pick.
Homie, I'm leading the way.
And new
Everybody on
Red Death, Dan Garcia. I think he, like you all have said, he deserves this. It's his time.
This is our first 4 for 4.
No, it's our second.
No. 1, 2,
We have a couple of them.
I'm writing this down. This is our first
2.
4 for 4.
Yeah, we have 2. This is our second 4 for 4.
Tag team match. Tag team.
Party, we all picked Dan Garcia.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
And yeah, again, I love Jack Perry as well. I thought it was gonna be a lights out match. I thought when he hit the headlight, that was a little subtle nod that it's gonna be a lights out match. I like the Death Riders angle though. I could see that again, kind of going back to that This Is It storyline. Everybody thought Bully was the good guy, and then suddenly Bully's on the group.
And hey, here's even more for you. It could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
It could be DG or Jack Perry.
It's just I want to see him with the title because again, seeing him kind of like how you had the Outrunners. We were that small group of Dan Garcia, and I remember he came into AEW. People were like, oh, he's scrawny, he's lame. It's like, but he's an old school technical guy that gets it. He knows to play to the crowd when he's doing his submissions. And then seeing him on the boat, like he's personable. If they let him show his personality,
Yep.
he would. And then like Emily said, that he's a wrestler. That whole thing with Daniel Bryan, that opened my eyes. I'm like, there's his personality. And then the dance. I mean, Rachel loves the dance. I love the dance.
I love the dance.
It's
I
just-
think it's
Yeah.
great.
I mean,
I know. It's
there
great.
was a whole bidding war between WWE and AEW for his services, regardless what people want to read online or not. He obviously had a choice of where he went, and he chose to go where he knows he's going to be a big storyline. So I can see him getting the TNT title kind of like as a workhorse reward because Jack Perry did great with it. He
Mhm.
carrying it from an injured Adam Copeland, but now it's Dan Garcia's turn because he almost finished the job 3 different times. I think he finally gets it now because think about it. He lost at Revolution. He was so close to beating Christian for it. This time
Yeah.
he finally gets over because Tony
What
Khan
if
loves those redemptions.
what if Garcia wins because he hits him a few times, whatever, puts the goat mask on him and pins him. Bam. Flip him
Hey,
back. Be
You
that
hate it.
scapegoat.
You hate that paper mache goat.
Oh my god, that goat mask is fucking creepy.
It
Honestly,
is.
Black Tauros, Beast Mortos, that mask does not creep me out. I think it's fantastic.
So I like that the one that has all
But
the chains and the
Scapegoat
piercings.
fucking creeps
It's
me.
it's okay. It's manageable. But the one from ninth grade art class is terrifying.
If Beast comes on the cruise, I promise you, I will be just as nervous as I
Just
was
look
with
for a good-looking
Abaddon.
Roman Reigns looking dude. That's Beast Mortos. Like,
But in the mask, I don't know if I could meet him.
I don't think he's gonna walk around too much in the mask. That thing that just looks like it gets in the way.
It looks like it smells.
Like
Like
wrestling gear in general.
I mean, if
it
it's
looks like
anything,
Enzo's bag.
well, if you could like blend in type things, I think that would help. But if it's where it's more, people are
Like the
definitely gonna
armors.
know who he and whatever, and even more, even not so much that, but just kind of if they know they got to go somewhere and they got to cross through very public places where people
Right.
might notice talent badges and different things, they might do it still, or have a hood up, or the mask, like a face mask thing,
Kind of
or
like
do
what
something.
Penta did with the glasses and the mask. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, just to kind of try to help the cause. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure he can blend it a little bit. I mean, I saw.
Luchasaurus stuck out with those tattoos.
Well, and he's huge. He's freaking
And
like
he's only
six
like
seven.
6 feet.
I mean, he's like 6'7" or whatever, and jacked, and yeah,
I
but
mean,
super nice guy, super intelligent.
speaking of tall though, like this next match, Ospreay and Fletcher. Fletcher did not realize how tall that man was until he walked by me. Jeff and I were leaving the stories, and it was Fletcher's Sky Blue, Nick Wayne, Don Callis, all of them.
Hmm.
And I just look over, I'm like, that's a tall freaking human right there.
So my vote, of course, is
We already
Osprey.
know. I don't even have to worry about that one.
Ospreay.
Yes, because he is amazing. He's a really good wrestler. The crowd loves him.
Yeah.
Plus, he's good. I think he could take Kyle Fletcher. I think it's going to be a good match though because they were best friends. So I think a lot of that's going to get thrown up and everything. But my vote's Osprey.
So good build up the storyline. That to make it definitely a hard hitting, like she said, kind of having that personal feeling to it to build it up. I don't know. I feel like there's got to be some type of numbers game or something. I hate to say that type of thing too, because I try to limit some of mine interferences or run-ins to more of a distraction than an actual physical stuff. Because you got to have a little bit of it, like I said, to keep people and everything like that. But I think obviously some Don Callis family appearances, possibly Mark Davis appearance, of course, as well, because he plays a big part in this. I would love to pick Will, of course, because Will's my guy and all this shit. But I'm gonna go with Kyle Fletcher.
Boo, you're a traitor.
With a bigger payoff. With this building to a bigger payoff. So.
Traitor.
You're a traitor.
Traitor.
I can't help it.
And you even partied with him on the cruise.
Yeah, that's okay.
Like party. I
can still pick him to lose and still drink with him. Will, I'm still down, bro. Some Jaeger shots or something. Sets on the beach.
Are you hoping to get the drink, or are you hoping for something else?
Yes.
That was good.
Both.
I'm also going with Will. Also, isn't on commentary, I will be thankful, but I know his
I want
ass
him on
is gonna sit
commentary.
right there roasting like a hot dog
He's
at a
so
gas
annoying.
station.
Hey,
Thank
he's
you.
doing he's doing exactly his job.
Ugh.
I know, but it's
It's such a thin Steven.
I know. It is. It really is. I'm
Yeah,
like, please don't give him the microphone. Seriously?
He
I
talks
hope
well,
so,
actually.
especially because he's gonna have to call the Mark Davis turn, and that was the plan all along. That what way I'm choosing Kyle Fletcher. It hurts because I love my Osprey. He's my boy, but I'm choosing Kyle Fletcher.
these boys.
You're a traitor
I
too.
know, I
Yes.
know.
Let's
But
see you do a belly
I
flop for Kyle Fletcher. Let's
I
see.
will. Then he'll probably roast me.
I will, yeah. It's fine. Ah.
But I think Mark Davis, especially that little accidental hidden blade shot on Dynamite, was the capping of it off. I think it's been the plan all along because United Empire, Aussie Open was part of the Don Callis family. So Mark Davis has been affiliated with the family.
Mhm.
People just forget because of the injury. He's going to say, I couldn't turn my back on my brother. I traveled the road with him. I saw how you were, Will. You were selfish. What better way to make that a heel tag team and then have a way where they can still have his singles run, but also tag team when they need it? And I think that's what makes that Don Callis family more dangerous because you're going to have the Murder Machines and you're going to have Aussie Open as your tag teams and then Takeshita as your champ for the international. Well, if he keeps it, that's a pretty deadly stable right there. And I think Will needs to put Kyle over. That's going to give Kyle that kind of push to the next level. Say, I beat my former friend. You know, like I beat him.
And I beat fucking Will Ospreay. Or Will motherfucking Ospreay. Like,
Callis gets in the ring and Will takes him out, and we don't see him for another year.
I'd like Nick Wayne to come out.
Nick, yes.
Like it's time for him. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, Nick Wayne is. Actually, yeah, they're not on the card at all.
they are not.
Yep.
Who is on the
All
card?
of them.
But
You know who is on the
Yep.
card? Takeshita and Ricochet. My match of the night right here. Besides Fletcher and Ospreay. Those two matches are going to be matches of the night because I cannot wait to see Takeshita and Ricochet one-on-one. Takeshita has had the run of his life this year. Him and Will Ospreay are 1A, 1B for Wrestler of the Year this year, in my opinion. Ricochet has already shown up and proven that he's reminding everybody who the fuck he is. Like, he's like, this is what I've always been capable of.
right.
So, Rachel, are we getting a brand new international champion, or is Takeshita going to keep the gold?
Well, I think it's going to be a really good match. There's going to be lots of, I don't want to say tumbling, but lots of action and moves, and it's going to be really good. But I do think Takeshita is going to retain. I don't think that Ricochet is going to win it because, like you said, everybody knows Ricochet. I mean, he's already got a name for himself. So, and he's good. So, but I really think it's going to be a great match. I think that we might see some tables. So, yeah, that's my guess.
Huh. Table calling this. Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
So wait, who did you say?
Takeshita.
And still,
I did.
Emily
Rachel,
just-
we've almost gone like match for match.
Emily almost
I
looked
know.
like the girl from the beginning of The Ring when they found her in the closet.
Well, Rachel, we agree. Hey, Rachel and I are actually agreeing again.
Wow, that's 3.
Yeah, I think it is actually.
Wow.
But I'm going to catch Takeshita for the win. But Ricochet coming out looking like a pretty polished rose out of all this.
Yep.
I think it's definitely going to be a very solid match. Some really good spots, some good false finishes. I think for Takeshita being a little bit bigger sized guy, I still think they're going to work real well together. And I think he's going to maybe be able to pull out a move or two we haven't seen him do that's a little bit more towards the athletic side and not necessarily, a high flying spot or per se or something like that, or high risk, but something that's a little bit different and, showcases a little bit more of his athleticism. But like I said, Takeshita for the dub, Ricochet, gonna look real good in defeat.
I like it.
And I will say this too, when you said about your top two for wrestlers of the year, I think you also got to put Swerve in that category too
He did great.
for those.
It's gonna be hard voting this year. It's gonna be so hard voting
Yeah,
this year.
yeah, some really
I'm
good.
spoiled.
Yes.
All right, I guess you're going Ricochet based on you reenacting the ring.
Yeah, Ricochet. I want someone new, fresh. I want Ricochet to show us all these move sets he's been hiding. I am ready to see a fresh, ready to go Ricochet, bouncing off everything. Shock and awe factor. I want you to
But
put.
Takeshita does that too.
Listen, I want to put you back at Revolution this year, where Will took that bump that we all got to see his bum after because it was bruised
Oh
so
yeah.
bad.
So of all the
I
crazy
think-
spots, you just remember Will Ospreay's ass.
Remember Tyson's?
My ADHD, I can't remember anything else past that.
So yeah, I think that spot that we saw, because we were there, I just feel like that was a really hard, like you were like, oh fuck,
Yeah,
when that happened.
Brainbuster onto the turnbuckle pad.
Yeah, that.
Mhm.
So I think we're gonna see Powerhouse Takeshita come through. I think Powerhouse Takeshita is going to throw him around, but Ricochet's resilient. He's gonna bounce back. He's gonna kip up. He's gonna keep going. He's gonna.
Well, they're gonna go shot.
Go back,
They have the
back.
same style though. Takeshita wouldn't really have a powerhouse style against opponents. They're almost fighting each other. They're very similar. So I think that's what's gonna be crazy because they're very similar the way they move in the ring. I mean, look at that! Into the Blue Thunder bomb. They literally alley-ooped Ospreay up into Takeshita into that Blue Thunder. Or
He's rewatched this spot like
When-
10 times.
it's crazy.
It was a good spot.
Or even like this way he transitioned a Spanish fly into a pile driver. Just Ricochet. I never understood why they said Pac was the man Gravity forgot, because to me it's always been like Ricochet and Matt Bourne.
He is a superhero.
Him and Matt Bourne, I feel like, are the ones that, like, how do they stay in the air? Like when him and Logan Paul hit that spot, the Rumble, where they flew through
Mhm.
from the top rope.
Double clothesline or whatever, lariat.
NXT when he just was like, "What's up?" and he just did a front flip out of the ring and landed on the apron like, "Say, how you doing?" I think it's fantastic. Emily, you're a lone wolf in this one because I think Takeshita retains
Oh,
only
I'll own
because my heart says Ricochet, because I'd love to see Ricochet with the title and see what he can do.
Correct.
yes.
Correct.
I just feel like Ricochet needs to help kind of put over some of these other guys too, to see that he's not just, oh, of course, the XWB guy coming in winning. I think they kind of need to have that mix.
Earn it a little bit.
Damned if they don't. And his first loss can be to Takeshita. I think that's okay.
I agree, though. There's definitely,
Yeah.
like,
And what's-
every match can go any way this pay-per-view.
Mhm.
That's the best part about watching these. We say it every time. You just don't know who's going to take it.
Yep.
Crazy stat earlier because I was interested. Of course, I lost the picture, but there's a stat out there of how many people have double-digit win losses, and believe it or not, the only people on the card that had less than double digits were MJF, Ricochet, Ospreay, Fletcher. So some of the crazier matches we've talked about. So this match right here, Takeshita and Ricochet both have single-digit losses. MJF is so some of these people can afford a loss, but also some of them have that mystique if they don't lose. So that's why it's so hard to choose these matches.
Yeah.
All right. And the next one is the main event. Unfortunately, Tyson fight. It'll actually can I just say real quick without going on a tangent? Boxing promotion has got to be the carniest thing. If they say wrestling is carny, I think it's boxing promotion. Every major boxing match that I've looked up or watched, it's always been the same thing where it's just they hype this main event for so long and it's the most disappointing match, or it ends in the worst fashion. You're like, that was it. I watched 4 hours of undercard to see
For this?
shuffle around the ring.
Well, he stumbled that one time in like I think it was early third round. I think he tried to like move and then throw a counter punch, and you could see like on his leg, and I'm like, oh, this is over with. Like, there's no way he can win.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just glad. I guess I know wrestling takes its cue from that, but man, I'm glad they're not all totally like that. Because can you imagine if they're like Moxley versus Orange? It's gonna be this great match, and then we got it, and it was like over in 30 seconds. We'd be like, fuck this.
Right.
Speaking of over in 30 seconds, after Ronda Rousey's match, I just stopped. I was like, I'm not gonna bother ever watching like.
Oh yeah, you couldn't watch her on UFC because it was always over in like less than a minute.
What is the point? Why do you pay for that? Like, just watch the YouTube highlight of her getting her face hit. I did plenty of times.
Yeah.
I think you found the one with the music to it too. In the arms.
I will say that the female fight before Tyson's fight was amazing.
That was
Yes.
the only thing worth that whole entire pay per view is
Yes.
even if she got robbed or who got caught. That was probably
Yeah.
the only thing that was worth watching. Like at least that was entertaining and it
Yes.
was like a boxing match.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed.
Well, and like I told her though, because I said I agree. I think it probably should have went the other way, but I said you got to remember she's a champion in like 3 or 4 weight classes below, so she has to make weights and do things to do these title fights and to defend the titles. You're usually, I mean, I'm not a boxer or anything else or fighter, but I know they train for 4 or 5, 6, whatever months for these fights. So these belts would not get defended very often if she had them both. So I said it really didn't make sense for her to win when it was that close.
No, I agree. But for a match that won't disappoint, because we've seen the last couple between them that have been brutal. Last year's match, not at Full Gear, I believe it was at All Out, where they fought and Orange Cassidy was defiant to the end, giving him the finger and finally losing his international championship. I think we're going to get another match just as hard hitting, just as bloody. I know, like we said earlier. I think we get a just grueling beatdown in this match. So, Rachel, balls in your court. Do you think we have a new champion, freshly squeezed? Or do you think Moxley just beats the pulp out of him?
Well, I think that it's going to end up everybody's tribe, so to speak, is going to come out, and it's going to be, him versus them. So I really want Orange Cassidy to win because he needs the belt. He deserves the belt. Moxley's already had it twice. Really?
I think he's 4-time. Yeah, Emily's 4-time. Yeah, that's what I said too. I thought he was 4-time.
So see, he could stand to lose it. I mean, Cassidy's never had
but
it.
did they just start like a huge storyline?
No, because it needs to
they
be
didn't.
over.
The Death Riders versus AEW.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. But I'm good. I'm still gonna go with Orange Cassidy. I think Moxley's going to come out in the end, but my heart goes with Cassidy.
So
So
I'm putting you for Moxley
no, I said Cassidy.
as your heart. You can only do that if you just say I'm heart here and just say it, and that's got to be it. Okay, so yeah, hard hitting, brutal. I love what we've been seeing from Orange lately. It's kind of really helping to legitimize him and change his character and kind of push him to a higher level talent and showcase that he's more than just a gimmick, I guess. Because that's what a lot of people like to say. Should elevate him out of that current mid-card title picture and hopefully make him a world championship contender. Death Riders versus AEW storyline just begun, like I said, so I can't see Mox losing, so I'm going to say and still. But Orange is definitely going to come out of this looking really good in maybe the prototypical way. So I also think, what kind of version of Orange Cassidy do we see after this defeat? Because he's gave it all he's got. He's pushed people away to try to do it and not get people hurt and, this and that. So does this now mean it's hopeless and you can't beat the Death Riders? So, tinfoil hat, does Orange Cassidy get offered to the Death Riders because he just bled with them? He just fought with them, and now he realized it's hopeless because I just made you hopeless, is what Moxley does to him. So now, do you want to join?
No, he's not going to go down the
No,
dark
this is
path.
my opinion.
I'm just saying. See?
So, or does he go the other way and he become the leader of the AEW and kind of what you were throwing around, that best friends thing earlier, of that kind of somehow reuniting? Maybe he makes his own AEW best friends and maybe Stats the chick to be fighting Marina,
Ooh, okay.
stuff like that. You know what I mean? Is where I was kind of thinking with that. So I don't know. Those are my two tinfoils, but I still have and still.
You've been looking at me
You ready?
weird the entire time, so I don't know if I'm ready.
Yana, you made me realize Darby Allin is not on this card. He
Yeah.
is going to sting from those rafters. He is going to come down, kick some ass. You've got the conglomeration. They're going to come out. Jeff, you touched on something here. There's been
Rachel's
a female.
nerve.
Okay, that mine too. There's been a female here, right? In the conglomeration, Willow Nightingale has been forgotten. Willow versus Marina. Those two.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, like Willow is a badass. People
Hopefully she's
forget.
full
Oh
of
yeah.
concussion.
Oh yeah.
Like Willow, she's good to go. She's ready.
Well, I'm saying hopefully she is. Yeah,
She's
that'd be
hot
great.
to go. Willow is coming out. I am so ready for her to
Darby
come out.
and Willow.
I
I
love
guess I went to
her
Costco
so
and got the
much.
double chunk chocolate cookie.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Listen,
the foils out heavy.
I really truly have been wondering what female is going to come out. Now that they've involved the conglomeration, Willow makes the most sense next to Statlander. But Statlander's kind of like doing her own thing, and I think that's what we see is her next step as well. But
So
yeah,
Statlander TBS champion, Willow kind of helping fighting on Team AEW.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Willow's going to be Team AEW.
Okay.
Willow is going to be the badass that we've
The
needed.
ones who steps up to help defend the company. Gotcha. Makes sense.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I'm with you.
also, our Blood Orange, Orange Cassidy is going to take this. I think he's going to bleed with them. I think it's going to be bloody as hell.
Nope.
He is going dark. He has changed his gear. Everything about him is going darker.
Now, technically, do you have a picture? Because he was wearing a black T-shirt. Don't you have a picture of him in that gear? So you were one of the first people to have a picture in his new gear, technically.
Yes.
Nice.
I was their Chris Statlander that night. And also, speaking of this,
That's true. That's true.
I think that they are turning on Yuta. It's just a matter of time.
Like sacrificing.
They are sacrificing him.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Mhm.
think it is just that's what I'm watching in this story because it's very difficult for me to see this darker side of wrestling as like I am like the Willow Nightingale coming out this like bright sunshine.
But
I
you
don't
watched so many soap operas, didn't you? Not like watch them, didn't your mom have them. So you know there's always like that weird twist, like she was this guy's sister.
I mean
But secretly.
I watched a little bit of soap operas with my stepmom growing up, but I think like no.
You
I
have,
just want to
you have
see
too much faith in humanity for wrestling.
I know. I just really think it's difficult for me personally to watch the things that Moxley's been doing. So I'm ready for the conglomeration to kick some ass, and I'm not saying it's over. Just like I want to see the Hurt Syndicate versus
Shane Taylor.
Yeah,
Shane Taylor Promotions. Yep.
I definitely want to see another faction go up against each other, and that's the conglomeration versus Death Riders.
I can definitely see
Ishii
those points.
coming out, kicking some pitbull ass.
Walking around like Michael Myers chasing Jericho.
Yes, I loved it.
That was good.
First of all, kind of glad he's not on the card because he could use a break from pay-per-views. But my brain says and still, so my official pick is Moxley to retain.
Yeah.
However, my tinfoil is Orange Cassidy wins, goes through all that struggle, only for Christian to come out and steal the title from Orange with a dusty finish, where he has the title for like a minute and a half, and he gets screwed out of it. I think that would be the only way I could see Orange winning that title, is if he has it for like 30 seconds, because the last time he tried last year, you remember his famous line to Renee, I am so tired, and he seemed hesitant to even want to step up to Moxley. He told the conglomeration, I don't want you by my side. I don't think he wants to be the guy, and I think he's going to be pushed to his limits. So my tinfoil says if he did win, he's going to get screwed over, just so he's like, what do I have to do? And then get his darker take, like you said. Or tinfoil hat number 2, he loses, but it's a double turn. I agree with Jeff. Maybe he joins the Death Riders, but maybe Yuta gets kicked out and Orange replaces him. Like, at least Orange tried.
Wow.
At least he tried.
Orange is too nice to be going to the dark side. Don't make him crazy.
But he doesn't have to talk. He can just go back to his. You know what? These guys don't want me to try. They just tell me to go do what I need to do.
Yeah. He just walks around still and just is real nonchalant and then gets in the ring and just fucking beats the fuck out of somebody. And
No, Orange is a leader.
We're gonna see.
He's not a follower.
he's supposed to be a
Orange is
leader,
gonna
isn't it?
try. Orange
He
is
did
gonna
He
try.
try.
has
He
been
was tired.
trying.
That was a year
Yep.
ago. That was a different Orange. This is blood Orange. This is a different Orange.
Listen, burnout is burnout.
There's burnt Orange too. We've got this.
So, great way to wrap it up. Ooh, either Hook or Jay White would cost a cash. I like that.
Ooh, I do.
Well, Kip's on. Kip is with Christian. He ain't
I
costing me
know
yet.
Yeah.
he's Nick's brother now.
Yep. Yeah. It's,
Hobbs might come out
just,
too.
I don't know. I just feel like he's disappeared. I feel like he needs to be involved. I know he doesn't want to go against Moxley, but again, that's why my tinfoil is. So my craziest tinfoil is either Orange joining or Orange winning and getting screwed. But another tinfoil is, where does Adam Copeland fit in? He has to come back soon, or Kenny Omega. Do one of them make an appearance? Does Kenny Omega somehow make an appearance after, just to try to go after Moxley to help?
I'm
Ooh, that's
thinking
true.
about Darby Allin coming down from the rafters with a
What
flamethrower.
about with Sting? What about with Sting?
I could see them coming out. This is AEW.
Sting just levels everyone with a bat. Doesn't even have to actually get physical. Just levels everyone with a bat. NWO
Sure.
style. I know they save it for big moments like Wembley, but maybe that's a good tinfoil. Any other tinfoils, Rachel? It can be completely out there. That's the best part.
Yeah, because you've heard some of these.
I really think Britt Baker's
I
going to come
mean,
out during the Monet fight
okay.
because I think that that's going to be a big story that's going to be coming up. So
I like it.
yeah,
I wouldn't disagree with that, but I don't know. I just think that'll be a little bit down the road. So I agree with you. It's coming, but I think it's down the road a little bit more. I said most of mine. I mean, I don't know. I had like, 3 new members of the Death Riders possibly or something, and this and that. But I mean, I don't know. I could see some of it because I don't know if this is, TK likes wrestling. He's a historian, or, he's a fan and, a fan wrestling historian. So I just see him liking to pay homage to spots at times. And I mean, this is your NWO WCW spot. Not exactly, but I don't know. I feel like it kind of is a little bit like that. So maybe that's where we can see some of this.
What if we're all wrong on the 4th member? I just had a crazy thought. What if the Revolution is televised? What if Ricky Starks is somehow a member of the Hurt Syndicate?
wouldn't that be amazing?
Like, you left him sitting on the couch doing nothing. Like, they could
It would
easily.
be a good. It would be a good. Yes, I agree with that. It would be. I don't want to see that per se,
Right.
but
I'm just wondering. Like, I'm just
but
I
no, I
let
mean,
him out of his contract.
we
uh,
don't know the truth of either side.
I don't want that though. I want them to get a run. I don't want them to go over there. I like some of theirs
What he
too, but
wants.
Oh yeah, no. Some of them want it.
agreed. But if he does, I want him to go to NXT for a little while first, so he can be awesome, no matter what happens. Yeah, do some feuds with him. That'd be fine. That'd be really good.
I like it.
Stuff.
We'll have to see how we did on our predictions and check it out. And hopefully tomorrow night things go the way we hope. But again, it's AEW. You could think they're going left, they go right. You could think they're going up, they go down. And I think I like that it's not predictable. I enjoy that. So definitely we'll stay tuned. And again, Jeff, Rachel, thank you so much for coming on. We always have a blast in
Yes.
predictions.
Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
If everyone's watching this, definitely tune in to us on YouTube. Everything at Cruising with Kayfabe. And stay tuned because I'm sure there's more pay-per-views coming up. Jeff and Rachel back. And we're going to have some cruise episodes coming up and the actual cruise itself. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! Can't wait.
So, just want to say good night, everybody. Thanks for following along and have a great weekend and happy holidays.
Bye,
See ya.
everybody.